Three cars buried 50 years ago, lost in time. Some cars were hidden on purpose. Whether for art, time capsules, or simply forgotten by history, these cars were literally buried under dirt, concrete, or mystery. From rusty relics to perfectly preserved classics. Here are three American cars buried over 50 years ago that will blow your mind. Support the channel by subscribing, and liking your support gives us great motivation to move forward. Number 3, 1967 Pontiac GTO. Buried in concrete. One of the strangest car discoveries in recent memory, this 1967 Pontiac GTO was literally entombed beneath concrete for decades. Long forgotten under the slab of a demolished auto repair shop, it was uncovered during routine excavation work and stunned onlookers. Local contractors were clearing the remains of an old auto garage when their equipment struck something solid and metal. As they dug deeper, they revealed the unmistakable shape of a first-generation GTO, fully enclosed in concrete. Miraculously, the car had retained its original paint and trim, though dust, moisture, and time had left their mark. A repair project that got way out of hand before the building was renovated over it? Or maybe a quirky owner's idea of long-term preservation? To this day, no one knows for sure why the car was buried, only that it sat untouched, slowly fossilizing beneath the shop floor. Engine: likely a 400 cubic inch V8, standard that year. Transmission: 4-speed manual or optional turbo-hydromatic condition. Remarkably intact, though not drivable. Frame rust and component degradation are real issues. The GTO is one of the most iconic American muscle cars, and this bizarre find gave car enthusiasts a haunting glimpse of one frozen in time. While it may never roar to life again without a full restoration, the image of it emerging from a concrete tomb has already made it a legend of urban automotive archaeology. Number 2, 1963 Lincoln Continental. Hidden in a bunker. A relic of paranoia and power, this 1963 Lincoln Continental wasn't abandoned in a barn or parked in a dusty garage. Instead, it was entombed in a Cold War-era survival bunker, sealed off from the world for over half a century. The bunker, located on private rural land, was cracked open during a property sale. Inside, amid survival rations and outdated radio gear, sat the car, a black Lincoln Continental with suicide doors, perfectly preserved in the stale, dry air. The tires were flat, the battery long dead, but the paint gleamed beneath layers of dust, and the chrome still caught the light like it was 1963. The original owner was reportedly a Cold War survivalist who believed nuclear war was imminent. He stockpiled supplies and sealed his prized Lincoln inside the underground shelter, not just as transport, but as a symbol of civilization worth saving. Whether he ever intended to emerge and drive it again is unknown. The bunker was sealed and forgotten after his death. Engine: 430 cubic inches. MEL FOF 8. Transmission: 3-speed automatic features. Rear-hinged suicide doors, slab-sided styling, and the quiet menace of Kennedy-era elegance. Unlike typical barn finds, this Lincoln wasn't left to rot. It was preserved like a time capsule, protected by layers of steel and concrete from weather, vandals, and even history itself. It's a haunting reminder of the fears of its era, and the lengths some went to keep their treasures safe from a world they no longer trusted. Number 1, 1957 Plymouth Belvedere. Buried alive in Tulsa. In 1957, the city of Tulsa, Oklahoma, buried a brand-new Plymouth Belvedere in a sealed underground vault as part of the state's centennial celebration. It was to be a gift to the future, a time capsule showcasing the optimism, style, and engineering of post-war America. City officials loaded the car with period artifacts: gasoline, motor oil, a case of beer, and even a woman's purse filled with mid-century trinkets. Locals were invited to guess Tulsa's future population in 2007. The closest would win the car when it was exhumed. The Belvedere was wrapped in protective materials, placed in a concrete vault beneath the courthouse lawn, and sealed away for 50 years. When the vault was opened on June 15, 2007, a crowd gathered with excitement and nostalgia. But the moment the container was cracked, horror replaced hope. Water had seeped in and sat there, slowly destroying the car. The once pristine Belvedere was completely rusted through, its body panels flaking apart. The interior was soaked, the engine frozen with corrosion. The dream of a perfectly preserved time capsule had become a decaying relic, more haunting than heroic. Despite extensive efforts, full restoration proved impossible. The car was later stabilized rather than restored, preserved in its ruined state, as a stark reminder of how even the best intentions can go awry. It now sits at the Historic Auto Attractions Museum in Illinois, a cautionary tale frozen in time. And rust styling. Classic forward look, with tail fins, chrome galore, and an optimistic swagger that defined the era.